Never. And they'll be like, no. What, Asian ginger people?
No.
You love bread, don't you? Why are you asking me if I've eaten? Why, you want me gone already? That is like the #1 question.
What?
Why would you want
Why
that?
do you want me in it? There you is.
Thank you, honey.
There you is.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. I'm here today with Justin.
Back again.
Back at it again. He is becoming a regular.
Yeah.
So today we're going to do something a little bit light-hearted. We thought it'd be funny to talk about all the funny and strange questions that we've been asked since living in Singapore.
Okay.
We thought we'd share them with you guys today. Have you been asked some weird stuff?
I've been asked some weird stuff.
So here we go. Okay, the first thing is not so much strange, but we get asked about our age all the time in Singapore.
Yeah, it's quite common, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, what's your name? What's your name? What's your age?
What's your age? I was asked that like as soon as I started
Yeah.
working by everyone.
Everyone.
What's your name? What's your
your
age? In the UK, I guess you don't really, it's not really something you ask people that often.
It's not. So, how much do you get paid? What's your age?
Yeah, how much do you get paid?
They're two things you would never ask.
Never.
No.
So you get asked how much you get paid a lot?
Yeah. So normally when I'm on site, so they would always say, where are you from? What's your name? What's your age? How much do you get paid? That's just the standard.
That is crazy.
That's a conversation opener. Never ask how old someone is.
Never ask how much money they make.
Never ask someone how much money
Yeah,
they make.
but I guess that's just a cultural thing. We get asked all the time what our favourite Singapore food is. Like, it's probably the #1 question I get asked.
It's not a strange question.
It's
It's
not
just
a strange
strange how
question.
common we get asked it.
Yeah, how often, like,
Yeah.
that is like the #1 question. What's your favourite
What's your
food in
favourite food?
Singapore?
I think there's too much. You can't have one favourite. There's too many.
There's way too many.
So one for me was, I got asked, is your hair genuine?
Yeah.
So then they said, how often do you, I've had it a few times, how often do you dye it to get it that colour?
Even my auntie asked you that.
Did she?
She said, is that your natural hair
Is that
colour?
your natural hair colour? This is my hair colour from birth.
Yeah, I guess because like no one has ginger hair in Singapore.
Maybe it's because it's not so common in Southeast Asia, but in
Yeah, there's definitely no ginger.
in the West, quite common. It's quite common.
What, Asian ginger people?
No, in the West, ginger hair is common.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying there's no Asian ginger people walking around, so obviously they're like, wow. But it is au naturel, he's not dyeing his hair.
I don't dye it twice a week, no.
Have you eaten?
Yeah.
When we first moved here, that was a weird question to get used to.
But
So they're
now,
like, hi, have you eaten?
I find myself asking it now.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
always
it's
ask
a-
you, have you eaten yet?
I feel like
What did you have for lunch?
it's a conversation starter, as well as like an awkward silence filler.
Yeah.
Like Singaporeans don't really say how are you. We'd be like, hi, how are
Yeah.
you? Whereas they'd be like, hi, have you eaten?
But I think it's quite clever.
Why?
Normally, because if you don't know someone that well, and you say, did you watch the football? They might come back and say, no, I don't like football. And then where'd you go from that? If you say, what did you have for lunch? They eat.
They eat.
So I find myself saying it because it's quite a smart
They eat.
way.
Everyone eats.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's something that everyone has in common.
Everyone has in common.
Yeah, but then I just feel like I'm like, yeah, I have. And then it's
But
like,
what did you eat?
no, but they don't ever ask me
Oh,
that.
yeah, no. Have you
So-
eaten? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but then
Have you
maybe,
eaten? No.
Maybe they're asking.
And they'll be like, no.
they're waiting for you to elaborate.
Okay, so maybe I need to elaborate more.
yeah.
Because I'll be
What
like,
did you
no,
eat?
I haven't yet. And they'll be like, no, what do you mean?
Because I always take it as, have you eaten? I was thinking, okay, they've asked me what I ate. So then that's where it starts.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard it was just more of like a caring
But I've
comment.
never been
like,
asked it, so I've never been asked that question.
You've never been asked?
No, until we moved to Singapore.
Oh, yeah. No, it was like, why are you asking me if I've eaten?
Yeah.
Like, that's a weird thing to ask.
Yeah.
Very common here.
Yeah. Another one I always get is, am I this colour because I don't go in the sun? No. It's genetics. I could go in the sun and I would not go dark. I would stay this colour. I
What
would
is
go
it?
red
Your colleague thought that
and go this. I stay this colour.
if you went in the sun, you would be the same colour as him.
Yeah, I would get darker.
And he's like Malay.
Yeah.
So he thought that you would be his skin tone if
Yeah.
you went in the sun.
Yeah.
The only reason you're pale is because you don't,
I don't
go in the sun.
I would just get severe sunburn,
Yeah.
go very red, and then go back to this colour, white.
Yeah.
I would never go dark.
No, never.
Never.
They probably don't understand like
It's all about the
different skin
pigmentation
tones and pigmentation.
in the skin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being in Singapore, you guys are very lucky to have your skin. For me, it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
More prone to skin cancer.
Do we sleep with our shoes on?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did we go to bed with our shoes on?
No.
That was...
You don't go on your bed with your shoes on.
I think they thought this because they know that not all Westerners take their shoes off when they come in the house. A lot of people thought that we went to bed or go to bed or lie on the bed with our shoes on.
Yeah. But I think that the mindset behind it would be, in some countries, it could be 0 degrees in your house. So you put socks on, you put shoes on just to keep warm. But you don't go on your bed or sleep with shoes on.
But no, the answer is we do not sleep with our shoes on.
No.
Can you take spice?
I initially no, but my tolerance is coming up.
But that is a question I get asked all the time. I think they just assume that we can't.
So they're
and
surprised,
to be honest,
but
no,
it's normally
I
like,
can't.
say I have chicken rice and I get the chili.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, you take the chili? So, well, yeah.
What is that assumption that all Caucasians do not eat spice? Because it's such, I'd say Brits maybe, but there's so many that do.
But it's more like, say in the UK, when I worked offshore, a lot of the men it's deemed as like a masculine thing.
Yeah.
So they love spice.
Yeah, like in the UK, a lot of men go to like curry houses and they'll get the hottest curry.
Yeah. It's more like a macho thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like a macho thing in the UK.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but everyone assumes that we can't take spice.
If I was to get butter chicken, my friends would say, oh.
Yeah. That's so funny that we never talk about that.
Yeah.
My spice tolerance has definitely improved, but I'm still not quite there yet. Are you American? Or are you Australian?
What part of America are you from?
If you've met me and we've spoken for like 10 minutes and then you're like, what part of America are you from? It's like, If you mistake us for Australian, I get it. Because I feel like British and Australian accents...
It's close.
Closer.
Especially, well, even in the UK, some Brits thought I was Australian.
Yeah. No, yeah. People thought you were Australian so many times when we lived in the UK. Because you have a slight, twang.
American?
American, no.
Nah.
We are not. This is a question I'm asked all the time.
What is it?
Why would you come to Singapore?
Why?
Why would you want to live in Singapore? Locals ask me that all the time. They just can't seem to wrap their head around.
As if it's a bad place to live.
Well, they think, a lot of people think it is, I think.
It's a lot better than most countries.
Well, they think it's boring. A lot of Singaporeans seem to think that living here is a boring place to live. We all think the grass is greener. We would have said the same thing if we asked someone, why have you moved to the UK? I also get asked all the time, when are we leaving? Which I find is really strange because it's like, do you want me to go?
What's your name? What's your age?
How
much do you get paid?
How long are you in Singapore?
When are you leaving?
Yeah. When are you going to leave Singapore? I feel like it's just curiosity, like how long are you going to be here for? But the way it's worded is like, when are you leaving?
When are you leaving?
Why, you want me gone already?
Right. So another one is, say I drive the truck. They say, whoa, you can drive a manual? As if it's impressive. But in the UK, everyone drives a manual.
Yeah. Americans drive automatics. British drive manual.
So another one is, can I have a photo? Which feels quite strange. But it's not Singaporeans.
No.
It's Indonesians, Filipinos, Bangladeshis, Indians.
You get it when you work on site, right?
Yeah. When I'm on site, everyone wants a photograph. Because they send it to their wives and they're like, I'm working with a white man.
But I don't understand that. Because I had it a lot in Malaysia and trips in Malaysia. It was a running joke when we were on this AirAsia trip. Because I was the only white girl on the trip. And everyone kept stopping me and asking me for a photo. I ended up having to say no because I was just like, I don't know where this photo's going.
But it's strange as well.
And I asked them, I said to her, why do you want a photo of me? And she said, because you're a foreigner.
It's more like, can I have a photo? So we would say, yeah, sure, give me your camera and we'll take one for you. They said, no.
With you in it. And we were like,
what?
Why would you want that?
Why do you want me in it?
What are you doing with that?
Yeah.
Just because I don't know where that photo's going, I don't know what you're using it for, and it's not even, I've had a lot of instances where they don't even want to, it's not even like a hello or anything, they're just like, photo. And it's like, no, sorry. It makes me uncomfortable, so that's that.
I still take the photos with my
I know, you're too nice.
I'm too nice.
A lot of questions asking if people can touch my hair.
Yeah.
Can I touch your hair? A lot of people say that they think it's Barbie hair. I guess it feels different to Asian hair. Asian hair is more coarse and thick. A lot of people think that the UK is miserable 12 months of the year. Yeah. They're like, you don't get summer, right?
You don't get summer, right?
We do get summer.
Yeah.
Actually, our summers are beautiful.
Hot.
I love English summers. We only get them for about 3 months of the year, and everyone's so happy in the UK when it's summer. So if you're ever going to visit, I would say visit between June and August.
Because you get many hours sunlight as well. So the sun comes up,
so the
5 a.m, goes down 10 p.m.
I miss them so much, like the drawn out evenings. Sunsets at 7 p.m. in Singapore all year round. Can't complain, but I do miss sunsets at like 10 p.m.
35-degree English summer.
Yeah, well, 35, I think you're pushing it there.
No, it was that this year, wasn't it?
This year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been a one-off.
It's more like, isn't everyone in the UK well off?
And live in and go to school in Hogwarts.
And go to Hogwarts,
Yeah.
No.
I wish.
I wish.
I think a lot of people think that I'm posh, which cracks me up because if you're from the UK, you'll know that I'm definitely not. Far from posh.
Same.
And same for Justin. So I guess if you're not familiar with UK accents, you'll probably just be like, oh, you sound really posh. We're not though. We're really not.
Really not. Far from it.
I think these are interesting because I think it's quite educational for people like who are from Singapore to learn more about the UK.
So it's not a stereotype, is it? It's more like a misconception.
Misconception. If we had a few people tell us that no one in the UK is poor, right?
So when you watch things like Peaky Blinders or any British, not Downton Abbey.
Yeah, we do not live like Downton Abbey.
Anything apart from Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
The UK, the majority are not doing too great.
I think a lot of people say or think that like the quality of life in the UK is
above
when
and beyond.
Really the reality is a lot of people are struggling.
Yeah.
Just quickly, I had so many colleagues be like, you love bread, don't you? Like you Westerners, you love bread. I'm sorry, Singaporeans love bread just as much. Have you seen the queues at Bread Talk?
It's nice though.
It is good. They're donuts. They're Kit Kat donuts, guys. You have to try them.
Our bread's different though, isn't it?
Our bread is very different.
They're sweet.
No. I feel like it's more like Japanese bread here, that kind of bakery. When we go back to the UK, we should do a bakery video.
Yeah, that would be good. Greg's. Simmons. Even in the supermarkets, you go to the bakery aisle.
So good. Ooh. Oh, the French baguettes.
Yeah.
Right guys, I think we're going to wrap the video up there. I hope that you enjoyed listening to our points. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about, do be sure to leave a comment below, and just leave a comment below in general. Let us know what you thought. We love chatting with you guys.
But we would like to know any strange questions you've been asked if you've studied in the UK or studied overseas. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting. I love hearing like the other side of it.
the other side.
Yeah. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, guys, if you liked it. Subscribe, hit that big red button below if you want to keep up to date with us. Also, be sure to go follow me on Instagram at The Vintage Vision. I see a lot of you aren't following me on Instagram. Very rude indeed. Make sure you say. So make sure you guys go give me a follow.
See ya.
Bye, guys. Bye.